alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the Bad Movie Cult. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
I thought you meant me. I was going to say, not now. Not whilst we're recording, please.
To celebrate, we are covering the 2001 Jamie Blanks film, Valentine.
He loves me.
Spend this Valentine's Day
He loves me not.
with someone you love,
He loves me.
someone you trust,
He loves me not.
and someone you know
He loves me.
won't try to kill you.
Will you dance with me? Dance with me? Dance with me?
Remember the kid everybody ignored on Valentine's Day?
Loser.
Well, he remembers you.
God, we were so horrible to that kid. What do you think happened to him? Stay away from me.
See how clever that is? Do you see the connection? Of course you do.
We're a professional podcast over here.
Yeah, apart from releasing it on the day we say we will. Apart from doing that.
Yeah.
Apart from that and other things that are not quite as professional as they could be.
Yep, so Jamie Blanks directed this. He also directed Urban Legend, another slasher that came out around the same time. It stars Denise Richards as Paige Prescott. You might know Denise Richards from Starship Troopers, Wild Things, and The World Is Not Enough, a James Bond film. Can you remember what her name was in that film, Ken?
Yes, she was called Christmas.
Yes, Dr. Christmas Jones.
Yeah, just for one joke.
Do you remember the joke?
I believe he exhales as he speaks, obviously Pierce Brosnan. And I think he says, I thought Christmas only came once a year. With a little smirk on his face. You don't get Roger Moore saying stuff like that, talking about bloody orgasms. Come on, James. Have some class, man.
Now he talks about jiu-jitsu, or whatever the hell Daniel Craig's one talks about.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
This, I will say before we go any further on this one, I can't believe this film is just a standalone, never touched again film.
Yeah.
Because I watched it again, obviously, for this, and I thought it was good. I thought it was a good film. I thought it was fun.
I got some notes on it that I'll probably go to after we finished the summary, going through it and stuff. But I agree.
Oh, interesting.
Got a plot for you.
Go for it.
5 women are stalked by an unknown assailant whilst preparing for Valentine's Day.
Nice, I like it.
Thank you.
Got any taglines?
Have I got taglines? This film has more taglines than lines of dialogue.
Than actual lines.
Yeah. Let me know what you think. Which one you think's the best, if you can remember.
I'm ready. I won't be able to, but go for it.
The first one is Love Hurts.
Oh, shit.
You're right.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Love Hurts.
Yeah, I see that is a fantastic segue into a potential pitch that I've got.
No, it's not the name of the pitch, is it?
Well, just carry on, eh? Don't ruin it.
This is a really snappy tagline. Remember that kid everyone ignored on Valentine's Day? He remembers you.
Is that the tag? Oh, I thought you were asking me a serious question.
No, you were that kid.
Damn right, I can't remember a fucking thing. I can't remember that first tagline. There's only 2 words.
You like that one?
I was, yeah, but it does bring back some painful memories. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Falling in love has never hurt so bad.
I don't like the way it's phrased. So much. It's never hurt so much.
Yeah, it should be so much, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the way it's worded.
This February, hearts don't just break; they get even.
You can't have a heart getting even. That's not a phrase, is it?
No, you can have it hellbound, but not getting even.
Yeah, but that's rubbish. That one, that doesn't make sense. No, don't like that one.
Scared to be alone on Valentine's Day? You should be.
Of course, if you are alone, there's no unknown assailant, is there? Because you're on your own. Unless you're going to kill yourself or you're in Final Destination, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
No, not like that one.
Fall in love with terror this weekend. The fuck's that's horrible.
No, that doesn't make sense either. These just don't really make a lot of sense, apart from the first couple.
Revenge is sweet. That's a tagline. I'm not just saying that.
Oh, right, is that the whole thing?
Yeah. Not fun.
Not really.
Someone's going to give them a Valentine's Day to die for.
It doesn't need the someone's going to give them.
Yeah.
It could just be a Valentine's Day to die for. That could have been it. Short, snappy. Same sort of thing, same meaning.
A Valentine's Day like no other.
Yeah, it doesn't really promote it as a horror.
No, it sounds almost
could
like
be a rom-com.
Yeah,
it could be a nice story, that. Could be like a Hallmark daytime TV show.
This Valentine's Day is gonna be killer.
Nah.
Sounds like surfer speak.
Yeah, sounds like spring break.
We got 1, 2, 3. Are you ready to die?
The classic.
What's that got to do with anything?
Classic Valentine game. That's not even used. Nobody plays. What's 1, 2, 3 got to do with it? How many people was it? 5? Was it 5 girls?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 3 got to do with anything.
I don't know. It's almost like they're like Nightmare on Elm Street in it a bit there.
Yeah, except nobody says this. They sang the song in Nightmare on Elm Street, but they never used it as a tagline.
Be my Valentine or else. That was something you used to say, wasn't it?
That's what I used to write in the cards, yeah. Yeah, great days.
Revenge is sweeter than candy.
It'd be good if there was a girl called Candy in it.
Don't get mad, get even. That's very generic, isn't it, that?
Yeah, totally irrelevant to Valentine's.
Meet the Devil, February 2nd. It's kind of overplaying the antagonist in this.
The Devil? It's not bloody End of Days.
Yeah.
No, that's irrelevant as well. These got nothing to do with the film, have they? Half of these.
I've got 2 more, and these are my 2 favourites. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
Roses are red, and so is blood.
True, but it doesn't rhyme for a start. You got to work on that.
Actually, I think this is all one tagline. Roses are red, and so is blood. Candy is sweet, and so is revenge.
Oh, that's more like it.
Fucking hell.
I thought the last line was going to be roses are red and so is blood, candy is sweet, leprechaun in the hood.
I thought it was going to be and so is blood.
As well.
Like Garth Marenghi wrote it.
Something was pouring from his mouth. He examined his sleeve. Blood? Blood. Crimson, copper-smelling blood. His blood. 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 And bits of sick.
I tell you what is surprising is Katherine Heigl. She's only in it for 10 minutes. She disowned this film, claiming she hates it.
Hates it?
Yeah, she said she didn't read the script before she accepted the role, and she only read the scenes that she would be in herself. She regretted the decision to appear in the film.
What had she been in prior to this?
Fuck all, I think. This is, 2001?
Yeah, tell her to shut up then. Pay her dues, say thank you. They all start in horror. Come on.
She, yeah, I mean, like, Grey's Anatomy came out 2005, so this was 4 years before that. So, yeah, she wasn't doing anything.
Nah, respect the genre, woman.
This is based on a novel, apparently. Or is it? Because the producer, Dylan Sellers, he bought the rights for the book just for the title. He said, I don't want to make that story, I want to make something else.
Okay, what? So he's not allowed to use a single word?
Yeah, it's
Surely
weird.
the word Valentine's not a purchasable asset, is it? Just a word.
I don't know. It said the film is credited as being based on Tom Savage's novel, but producer Dylan Sellers optioned it solely for the title.
So what is his? Is his like novel a romance drama? It's got nothing to do with it because I don't know. Surely. So Tom Savage owns the word Valentine. Ridiculous. I'll say it's ridiculous. I know nothing of the process of making films, but that's a ridiculous thing to do. Unless, of course, it makes perfect sense. So, sorry. The book is about an author who gets a secret admirer who leaves cryptic words behind, like in Valentine. So the general premise is similar, but they've turned it into a slasher, like a teen slasher film, rather than a grown woman stalked by someone. Celebrity. I just read the synopsis of the book, so. Well, whatever. I'll never read the book anyway. Sorry, Tom.
You bastard.
Is Tom Savage related to Derek Savage?
Yeah, and Fred Savage
of Cool Cat fame. Are they all? Are they? Did they produce the Parfum d'Homme Sauvage?
I believe so. And also the patriarch of the family. Do you know who he was?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's classic Savage. Yeah, it's quite a famous family then.
I got you for 3 minutes. Anyway.
Sorry, you're having a shit.
That should have been the line in the film. Anyway, shall we crack on with it? Get stuck in?
Once again, if you are wondering, nobody has a shit in this film.
Thank you, Ken, for the update.
No, it's okay. One of them's close, but it is not a shit. More on that later.
We get a toilet, but no shit, which is the story of our lives.
Yeah.
Anyway, the film starts with we get clips of a high school dance. We see a young Kenby Wilde. He's asking 5 girls to dance with him.
Yeah, and I am ruthlessly mocked by all of them.
One says she'd rather be boiled alive.
Yeah.
than dance with Ken.
Yeah, that was, and that's Paige, in fact, because what he does is, in the first instance, is he name checks everyone he speaks to, so that when they come back later on, we have a base of recognition.
Yeah.
So Shelley's first.
Yeah.
She says, "In your dreams, loser."
Yeah.
So he moves on. He moves on to Lily. Ooh.
Just says ooh.
Yeah. Paige. Now, Paige would rather be boiled alive, which is harsh.
I've got to say a special mention for the casting of Paige. She looks exactly like Denise Richards, that young kid. Didn't you think?
I don't want to think of Denise Richards as a kid.
Yeah, we get the next one, which is... Oh, fuck, what's her name? Kate. She politely turns him down. Maybe we'll dance later, Ken.
Yeah, and I'm very pleased with that. Okay, maybe later. Woo!
Yeah. Go off dancing like an old prospector.
Yeah.
From the gold rush.
Yippee-yay, not Kaye. It's copyrighted.
And then he ends up talking to, is it Dorothy?
It is indeed.
Who's it's a chubby girl. I mean, they call her the Buffalo. But I wouldn't say she was that fat. I mean, it's quite cruel, to be honest.
That's children for you.
Yeah. They start kissing under the bleachers. This all brings it back to you, does it, Ken?
It does, yeah. Yeah. A little tear to my eye. Me and a buffalo.
Under the bleachers.
Me and a buffalo under the bleachers.
French kissing.
In the USA.
Some boys find them and start mocking them, and the buffalo says that Ken B. Wild attacked her. So, rightly so, the boys attack him in kind and end up stripping him down to his pants.
Yeah.
Kicking him out in front of everybody and just start kicking him. Just all of them.
Poor punch all over, a big bowl of punch goes all over him.
Oh, yeah, we get a Carrie moment, don't we?
Yeah, it's a sad time.
Yeah, his nose starts bleeding as well, the young kid.
Yeah, it's all in the middle of a dance floor, so I don't know where all the teachers are chaperoning this.
Yeah, exactly. No one actually
I don't know what they're
stops them.
doing. There's actually, in the crowd, there's somebody wearing a mask.
Yes.
And it is the mask that will come back later on, and I've got not a bloody clue what it's doing in the middle of this school dance.
No, I thought maybe it's like the mascot. They were named even though it sounds ridiculous, the Cupids.
That
Strike
sounds
fear in the heart.
Stupid.
But yeah, I have no idea why anyone would be wearing that mask.
Well, it is just
School
one
dance.
person, which is even weirder. So it's not like they're all doing it. It's just one person.
Check it out. Thick and thin, getting it on.
Oh, that's nasty. You like it, Buffalo? Getting hot?
Stop it! Get away from me!
Is Pervert at it again? Pervert attack you?
Yeah, Jeremy attacked me. He attacked me.
Pervert jump Buffalo!
I didn't know. Pervert.
Come on, get him! Yeah! Got him! Sack him in the face! Yeah, get him! Yeah,
We cut to the credits. Then we go to Katherine Heigl, of all people. She's on a date. It's present day. A few years later, they're all college age now, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you how long it is, does it?
No.
Or did I miss the caption?
I'm not sure. We might have got a present day, but I'm not sure.
Because the original bit was 1988, because it was the yearbook. It was the JFK school yearbook.
Yeah, we should say at the beginning with the clips of the school dance. That is intermingled with little the yearbook open, isn't it, with pictures and writing and stuff like that around them.
Yeah, just like mine and Stan's, I believe, the Eminem song.
Yeah, cut to Katherine Heigl, present day. She's on a date, and she cuts it short. She's on a date with Jason.
It's simple, really, Shelley. You see, from an evolutionary point of view, Jason looks for an attractive young woman because he wants healthy children. And a young woman, like yourself, looks for a successful man, like Jason, because she wants to feel safe. And so the species survives. I mean, what else is there, really, in the end?
In the end. Well, there's the check.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Whoa, muy expensivo. Let's see, you had the salmon and the crab cocktail. I had the chicken and the salad. And that would be...
Right.
What do you think to this guy?
I liked him. He was he's nice. He was practical. And he was fair.
He refers to himself in the third person at all times.
As does Ken B. Wild.
Yeah, she cuts it short. She's got to go to the morgue to study for an exam, which is an odd thing that I wrote there, but it's true.
Yeah, she does. That's just one thing to do other than go on a date with Jason.
And this is our first little sort of, could this man be the killer? Because he's got the sort of crazy eyes, hasn't he?
Yeah. She just leaves him. He can't believe it.
And yeah, she as soon as she goes as well, he turns around and starts chatting up a woman at the bar. So he's fine.
Yeah, it looked like it was his bloody auntie or something. I thought he just found his mum was out for a night.
While he's chatting up the woman at the bar, she's chatting up a corpse, which is on the operating table there.
It's always good to keep one, just in case your date goes bad.
She hears something, starts searching the morgue, the classic, hello?
Well, yeah, one thing she decides not to do is put all the lights on, because I think they're out.
Yeah.
Which is typical when you're in the morgue on nights on your own.
Yeah, as little light in as possible.
Yeah, she does cover the corpse's face, though, because she doesn't want to look at his dead face.
Yeah.
And just as she's about to cut, a noise
starts investigating.
So we do go for a very, very quiet investigation in a very dark morgue. Lots of places things could be. And somebody just pops out of nowhere.
Hello? Hello?
You scared the shit out of me.
Sorry. Oh, wow.
It's awfully late. You gonna be okay in here all alone?
Oh, yeah. I've got Chad, my corpse.
Yep, he's just saying hello. He apologises.
Yeah. I've got absolutely no idea who the fuck he is.
No.
He doesn't do anything. He just leaves. You never see him again.
Yeah, he's like, oh, sorry, I was just studying or something. And then...
Yeah, I was just stood in the dark, making slight noises.
Yeah. As she finds a Valentine's Day card in her locker anyway, it's signed JM. It should be pointed out that the young Kenby Wilde from earlier, his name was Jeremy Melton. So JM, Jeremy Melton, you following us out there? You listeners?
It's complex.
The Valentine reads, "Roses are red and so is blood." No,
Candy is sweet, leprechaun in the hood. It remains absolute nonsense. No wonder they changed Tom Savage's original. It makes sense, Tom.
The journey of love is an arduous trek. My love grows for you as you bleed from your neck.
It's odd wording, to be honest.
It's a bit wordy, isn't it?
I think basically they got the last bit and then thought, what can we rhyme with neck?
Arduous trek.
I think they worked it backwards because you wouldn't start with that, would you?
No.
Like, right, let's make the first line really complicated.
Just in the writer's room. Right, everybody, I've got arduous trek. Anyone got anything else for that?
Yeah, a bit of an odd choice of words, but it does rhyme in the end. And there's a little pop-up thing that you pull a little thing, and somebody gets stabbed in the neck. There's a lot of work gone into it. There's a lot of work gone into that card, which is quite nice.
Got a vision of the killer in his Cupid mask with glasses on the end of its nose, just making these in a little craft. He's got a little craft den in his house.
Yeah, he's there contemplating the googly eyes and thought, nah, this is a serious thing I'm doing here. I'm not messing about.
He's got an apron on like Geppetto. Yeah, anyway, she goes back to the morgue. She goes back to her date, the dead person on the thing, and that's when she gets attacked
by the corpse. She's about to cut the corpse, and as she goes to put the scalpel to it, it breathes. So she pulls away, and it sits up. Now that's my first point, right? What an elaborate thing this is that this guy has done.
I've written that quite a lot in this. I think a lot of this is elaborate.
So somebody whose intent is just to kill her, rather than just be in the dark and when she walks past kill her, they've moved a corpse for one thing. They've substituted themselves for the corpse, covered their own head, exposed their own stomach in exactly the same way.
And genitalia.
Thank you. I wish you'd stop interrupting me by saying that. That used to happen at work.
Yeah, well, stop giving me a chance to.
And I forgot where I was now. You and your bloody genitalia. It's always getting in the way.
Heard that before.
Yeah, and then took the chance that before she's had time to actually just cut into them. What if she did? What if her response wasn't just she pulls away, she just actually just slices the stomach open? You'd just be like, oh, shit! Yeah. And then your reign of terror's over.
My plot was too elaborate.
Just one card that you used arduous trek as a rhyming thing. Yeah, film's finished. The end.
Who's more elaborate? The killer in this or the killer from There's Somebody Inside Your House once in the whole film?
And then on other times outside your house.
Most of the time in a cornfield.
I don't know. This is quite elaborate, isn't it? I mean, it's consistently elaborate, but they use just one mask. I think the other killer, they changed mask quite frequently for no real reason. So, but this of its time, this was certainly one of the most elaborate, and needlessly so.
How would you describe the mask? It's Cupid, I guess. It's got like blonde, ringlety hair.
Cupid, cherub kind of thing,
Cherubic,
isn't it? I think, yeah, it's like a little cherub thing. Used again, I think, in better effect in Happy Death Day.
Yeah, I did think that when I rewatched that.
But that was like an oversized, wasn't it, back in that one? That's an oversized Cupid sort of cherub face, whereas this one's just normal-ish.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it. I think last time I watched this was when it came out to rent on video.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the last time I ever watched this. So watching this again, yeah, I did think Happy Death Day when I saw the mask. Although that's more cartoony, isn't it, than this that they use. He also has a long black coat, Cupid mask, and he's got a knife.
Yeah, this is playing it straight though all the way, isn't it? This one's a serious one.
Yeah. She's trapped as well, isn't she, inside the morgue, Shelley, and she's forced to sort of run around and she ends up running into a room into the room where you keep all the dead bodies, basically.
Yeah, just some big corpse fridge.
Yeah, fridge. That's the fucking word I was looking for. The fridge where they keep all the cadavers.
I like to be technical, and that's what catches you out, isn't
it? Cupid, he follows her in. Are we calling him Cupid or are we calling him Valentine? We're calling him the Masked Man.
Or woman. Let's keep this open.
Yeah.
Cupid'll do. Why not?
Yeah, Cupid follows her inside. He starts stabbing the corpses that are out to check it, thinking that maybe she's as elaborate as I am.
She can't be in all of them.
Maybe I found a kindred spirit with the very first kill of the film. She also thinks, I know, I'll strip off and hide as a dead person instead of just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Instead of hiding behind the door, so when he comes in, I'll just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Anyway, she does.
Yeah, she's eventually she gets caught. She gets a throat slit, and as that happens, you see that the nose hole in the mask, blood starts coming out from it.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Anyway, we go to San Francisco, and we see Kate and Paige. They're walking into turbo dating session, and we're talking about Kate's boyfriend Adam, who we haven't met yet, and he's a raging alcoholic, apparently.
Yeah, which is weird because they're like, 20?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't look 20, does he?
No, he's like 30, isn't he? But we don't know that at the time. I just wrote down, I just thought, well, how's he a drunk? He's like fucking high school, isn't he? It's like, which basically, what I thought was, he just likes to have a drink. Calm down.
Turbo dating, turbo dating goes just as well.
I think it's never said like that, is it?
Should have been.
Yeah, I'd go more if it was like that. It's just speed dating, isn't it? Where you just get to just make an idiot of yourself for 30 seconds and then they just tell you to fuck off.
No, Ken, it's not speed dating. It's turbo.
Sorry.
Yeah, it goes as well as you'd imagine. Lots of funny little clips of pathetic blokes that we can all laugh at.
Yeah, it's a montage.
We get a geek talking about the Mayflower, and he's obviously into history, so let's laugh at him for that.
Yeah, bloody geek.
What a geek. He's wearing glasses. He must be a geek.
Oh, God, I hate people with glasses.
We get some guy who got split up with his girlfriend, so she's obviously a lesbian. We get some sort of nervous guy that can't speak without nearly throwing up. It's a shouty sports fan. And then pervy sex guy who Denise Richards finds attractive.
Is this Brian?
Yeah, this is Brian.
Yeah, Paige comes in, interrupts, because this is all what's her name? Kate, isn't it?
Kate.
This is all Kate's point of view because Paige is just there. I don't know. Just basically, she's too good for all of them.
Yeah.
But then Brian turns up and Paige just jumps in like a cock block.
Yeah.
Mind you, no, it can't be a cock block. What's a female cock block? What would you call that when women do it to each other?
Good question.
Pussy hustle. No. I don't know. The cooch scooch. The cunt punt.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's me again. Yeah, so she cock blocks her, or whatever the female version of that is.
Yeah, I think we got enough of those in.
And cut to Kate receiving a call. It's about Shelley's murder. It's after they leave. Who actually calls them about that? Do we ever find out?
No, don't know. They just know that she's dead.
Yeah, and we go to the funeral. We meet Adam, played by David Boreanaz. She goes over to speak to him at his car, and she spots a bottle of alcohol in his passenger seat, and obviously he's a raging alcoholic. So he's immediately on the defensive. He's making excuses for it, saying it's for someone else. She's not buying any of that shit, though, that he's saying.
I believed him. Don't know what the problem is.
He offers her out for dinner, and she says that I'll call you. She sort of blows him off. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
He says he hasn't had a drink for 3 weeks.
Poor bastard.
Which is pretty good. It's pretty good, to be honest. Well done, Adam.
We meet the last two members of the girl group. We've got Lily and we've got Dorothy. Lily was the one that said "ooh" to young Ken at the beginning there, and Dorothy's the fat one, isn't she? All grown up.
The buffalo.
The buffalo.
Buffalo soldier.
Paige, Denise Richards, she's come dressed in a corset, and Lily's not happy about it.
I liked it.
Yeah, we're getting the idea of Paige as quite an outgoing girl, shall we say?
She's a good time girl. Unless that means prostitute. I don't know what that means. Is that what that means?
We meet Detective Vaughn. He's here now, and he's asking them about Shelley. And they all say they haven't seen her for a year or two. And he also asked them if they know a Jason, who's also disappeared as well, who she was on the date with.
That's Jason Marquette.
Hold on. Jason Marquette?
Yeah, we don't even make that connection just yet, so don't even think about it, because that's too subtle. It's too subtle from earlier.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Returning home from the funeral, Dorothy finds that she's also received a Valentine, again signed by JM. It's got a similar message to the one Shelley had. It says, "Roses are red, violets are blue. They'll need dental records to identify you."
It's quite long-winded, but at least it's roses are red, violets are blue. That's like a usual start to a Valentine's message, isn't it?
Yeah.
The second bit, perhaps, is not quite as usual.
Dorothy's boyfriend turns up. He's called Campbell, and he says that he needs a place to stay after his housemate failed to pay the rent. So Dorothy allows him to stay at her house. She lives in a mansion, so she lets him stay at in the guest house. And we meet Dorothy's stepmother called Kim. More names, just loads of names being thrown out.
Yeah, it's just too many, isn't it? It's just like it's a bit distracting. But so like Cameron, yeah. Kim quite likes Cameron. Campbell, sorry, not Cameron. Campbell.
No one likes Cameron.
No. That's true. If you are listening, Cameron, shut the hell up. Yeah, he'll know. Yeah, Kim likes Campbell. Kim is Korean, and Kim the Korean likes Campbell.
And it causes an argument between Dorothy and Kim. And it's broken up by Dorothy's father in the end. I think Dorothy actually says at one point, "You mail order bride from hell," because Kim I thought she was the same age as Dorothy when I first saw her, married to her dad. So I guess the insinuation there is that he's an older man that's bought his wife off the internet.
But it's an option, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of money, no idea where his wife is, so why not buy a new one?
There's a guy that goes into my local pub, and he's got one of those.
What, a missing wife? You can get Russian amputee brides as well.
Oh, yeah. Is that half price?
Yeah, cost an arm and a leg.
Who's your friend?
His name's Campbell, and I met him at yoga, and he's off limits. So just let my dad know he's staying here for a few days.
Is he the reason you've been spending all your time on the treadmill?
Kim, you're not my girlfriend, and you're not my mother.
I'm just taking an interest in your life, Dorothy. You know, as your stepmom.
When you're old enough to rent a car by yourself, we can discuss your role as my stepmother. In the meantime, don't talk about my sex life.
You have a sex life?
Yeah, I do. And I don't charge by the hour like you.
How dare you?
Oh, get your hands off me, you mail-order bride from hell.
Hey,
break it up, you two.
She just called me a mail-order bride from hell.
Dorothy, you have to show more respect to my wife.
We cut to Kate. She's showering in her apartment, and the water runs out. And so she gets out. She rings the landlord, asks him to fix the water. She says, "I don't have any water, and I have crap in my hair."
That's probably why she was washing it.
She goes through the fridge. She can't find any bottled water. None of the taps work in the place. So she ends up sticking her head in the toilet.
It's the usual thing. Natural. Yeah. That's why I said there is a toilet in there. Thankfully, no one had had a shit.
Yeah, and when she comes out the toilet, the door to her apartment is open, and she leaves, and she goes outside as you would. Instead of just shutting it, you'd walk out in a towel down to the end of the hall, wouldn't you? And she sees that the elevator door is stuck, and she finds a Cupid mask had been lodged there to stop it from closing. And this is when we meet my favourite character of the film.
Oh, I know who this is. Yeah, I know.
It's her neighbour, Gary. Gary mainly speaks in rhyme like he's in a Dr. Seuss novel.
Yeah. I didn't like Gary, oddly enough.
Hello, Kate.
Hi, Gary.
You look great, Kate. How about a date, Kate? You could be my mate, Kate.
You're scary, Gary.
This could be our fate, Kate.
What the bloody hell's he talking about?
Obviously, she is enamoured with him after this little rap.
At least he doesn't say arduous trek.
Have you ever asked a girl out using rhyme, Ken?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think I have. I mean, I used to write poetry. And I did like. Fuck are you laughing?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
We see Paige and Lily. They're reviewing a video date sent by a man called Lance.
Lance? What the fuck did I just hear, Lance?
Just take the piss out of it as they watch it, basically. This is quite vintage, isn't it? Quite novel. Instead of just swiping left and right.
Yeah, it does date it a little bit, doesn't it?
Videotapes that you send to an agency, you then send them out to women to watch, I guess.
Yeah, I'm guessing, because is it Lance, you said?
Lance? What the fuck did I just hear, Lance?
He actually says that, thank you for requesting my video. So somehow that she's already had a look at Lance and decided that that's a video she'd like to see more of. Because he name checks her, which means he'd have to record a new video every single time.
Bloody hell. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
that's
he actually speaks, says Lily to her, and you just think, Jesus, we wouldn't be doing that all the time.
Yeah.
Right, hang on, I need a piss. That'd be my video.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Would that have been the start of your dating video, would it? You just saying, I'm going to go for a piss?
Yeah,
and then it's just an empty
started
chair.
Recorded, yeah, and you just hear it in the background. Frank Drebin.
Start singing. Just an empty chair for the whole thing. Then it just cuts.
Yeah, and it's like that. Sorry about time runs out.
Especially tonight will be the Queen's public appearances.
I'd still send it out.
That'd be brilliant.
Anyway, the doorbell rings as they've finished watching Lance's video. He talks about he's into canoeing or some shit, and they just take the piss out of him for it.
I think it's quite harsh. He seems all right.
Yeah, obviously not what she's looking for. She wants a man that sends her chocolates unannounced, like this guy.
Oh, right. I thought you meant he just stands there with his dick out.
No, that's the corpses in the morgue you're thinking of.
I often do.
Yeah, so there's a knock at the door. The doorbell rings, and they go to answer it, and there's nobody there. She looks through the peephole, can't see anyone. Denise Richards jokes that maybe it's Lance because he's short.
Yeah.
Didn't he say in the video he was like 5'6" or something?
No, it's. I think the joke that they'd already had was if they say almost 6 foot, that means they're like 5'6" or something. It's like that, it's a joke because they're not 6 foot. Something like that. It's not funny, and it's quite disrespectful to the shorter man. Although I'm not, because I'm over 6 foot. Ladies.
Yeah, I always say I'm nearly 7 foot, but I'm actually 6'2", so yeah. I know what he means.
I say I'm nearly 9 feet tall.
You've gone way far the other way.
Yeah, I like to exaggerate to impress women.
Or you could go the opposite way and say you're 4 foot. When you turn up, you'd surprise them. Anyway, yes, she opens the door and there's some chocolates on the floor there for her. Just on the floor.
That's nice. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. It's in like a little heart-shaped box.
Oh, yeah, like a Nirvana song.
Yeah, a bit like that, yeah. But less...
less cancery.
Yeah. She opens the box up and there's a little note on it from JM.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what that says.
It says, "'Tis a well-known fact that beauty is skin deep. Savour the taste, you are what you eat." Don't really understand that, to be honest. You are what you eat. She bites into one of the chocolates only to find that it's full of maggots. And she drops the whole box. She screams. How would he have kept the maggots alive? They're in a caramel-scented chocolate. How did he get them in there in the first place?
I just don't know.
He's a chocolatier with his big fucking chef's hat on.
He could be. Jeffrey Dahmer was a chocolatier. He worked in a chocolate make factory, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it's him.
Just this vision of him in his mask with a big chef's hat on, just whisking up some chocolate.
It could have been.
I don't get that. You are what you eat. What? She's a maggot, is she?
Yes, a massive one.
You're a massive maggot. Anyway,
it's just like being at the high school dance all over again.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Anyway, that evening, we've got Kate, we've got Paige, we've got Dorothy, and Campbell. They go to a sort of art exhibit. It's hosted by Lily's boyfriend called Max.
He's a nice guy. I like Max.
Yeah, he looks like he could have been in any of the rock bands of the early 2000s, this guy. He's even got the chain going from the wallet to the,
Powerful.
This is a good look, and the big baggy jeans. They actually talk about the cherub mask as well. And one of them, I think it's Dorothy, remembers that someone wore that mask at the dance. How the fuck would they remember that?
I know, I did, but then it was only about 20 minutes ago for me.
Yeah.
For them, it was however many years ago. If it was real time, that's like 13 years.
Just to mention the exhibit as well, it's kind of like loads of TVs of people's mouths and eyes and noses.
Yeah, it's like conceptual art, isn't it? He's done like an installation thing, and I never got any of that shit. I never understood any of that rubbish.
And it's in like a kind of a maze thing, isn't it, where you're walking around.
Now, I swear, right? Is Jason there? Do they see Jason? They look over the room and see Jason. They say, "Oh, you're going to speak to us or what?" And then he just leaves. I'm sure that was Jason.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think he's at the art exhibit, and I think it's just another nod to him being around. Doesn't lead anywhere, but I'm sure it is.
Lily and Max, they start having a little kiss in the corner there, and a woman turns up and just starts unbuttoning her blouse whilst watching.
Yeah.
As so often happens when
You'll be with your girlfriend. Next thing you know, a girl's just standing in front of you and buttoning her blouse. Apparently, she wants to join in. And this is Max's assistant, Amy.
I think you're saying that as like it never happens, but it did happen a lot to me.
Oh, did it?
Oh, no, sorry, no, it didn't. No, I was the one undoing my shirt, watching other people do stuff.
Yeah, that's how we met, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was you.
Oh, God.
What?
Who's that?
Amy. That's Amy.
What do you mean, that's Amy? Get her out of here.
I invited her here.
Excuse me?
Just relax.
What the hell are you doing?
It's not like we're in junior high school, okay?
Look, I've got to go. I have an early flight tomorrow. I don't have to deal with this.
Great. What's the matter?
Oh, what's the matter? Well, the problem is you turned out to be a cheap, hypocritical sleazeball.
Yeah, but you knew that. So does this mean you're not going to be my Valentine?
She gets lost in the maze anyway, Lily. And as she's walking along, the videos on the wall, they start shutting off as she walks past them. Something's afoot. She rounds a corner.
There's a picture of a foot. It's one of the screens. I thought it'd be good if it was the go back from the labyrinth.
Yeah. Or just leave from.
Yeah, it's just a cat. It's a small cat.
Funny. That cat just told me to leave.
She rounds the corner, and as she does, old fucking Robin Hood turns up, shoots her in the stomach with an arrow.
Well, as Cupid does have a bow and arrow, doesn't he? That is his gimmick.
I like how the killer thinks to themselves that if I'm going to be Cupid, I need to be proficient in archery because I'm going to have to kill one of them with an arrow.
Yeah, I thought it'd be better if they were all killed with an arrow.
Yeah, and if all the arrowheads were heart shaped.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. What an absolute lovely touch that would be.
Anyway, he's arrived anyway. He's the one that's shot with an arrow, and he lines up another one, shoots her again.
There's not somebody else turned up.
I told you, Robin Hood. Shoots another one, hits her in the stomach. She flies through like one of the exhibit pieces that actually just so happens to be where the fire door is, and she ends up hitting the railings of the...
Actually, that was a great death.
Yeah, it's not my favourite.
No, it's just funny. She just topples over the railings and he just falls down a huge, just abyss of stairwell.
Yeah, she hits the railings, and where she hits the railings is like literally just below like her neck. It's like where her shoulders are. I was like, there's no way she's flying over the top of this.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
But he does. He shoots her a third time, and she flies over the top, down about 15 floors, into a bin.
Yeah, which closes after her.
Yeah, and the killer looks down, nose bleeding, and that's the end of Lily.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Cut to the entrance of the exhibit. We got Campbell. He's confronted by a girl called Ruthie. Again, more names, more people. She accuses Campbell of scamming her on an internet investment.
Yeah, and other such conman chicanery.
Obviously, Dorothy turns up, but there's a bit of a war of words, and they leave. And Ruthie says to Dorothy as she leaves, "Watch your back, leech." Or maybe she says that to Campbell. I'm saying Cameron now. Fucking hell.
I'm not paying him royalties for this.
A little bit later as well, we cut to Kate and Adam. They're sitting in a bar. Kate tells Adam that some strange things are going on. She's talking about the Cupid mask. She's talking about Campbell being confronted by Ruthie. She's talking about rhyming Gary.
Rhyming Gary seems quite scary. Yeah, that was difficult to rhyme, that. Actually.
Yeah, you kind of pulled it off.
I did when Denise Richards comes back on.
She mentions also as a little side plot that her underwear's going missing.
Sorry about that, Kate.
Adam jokes that he steals her underwear to wear himself to tap into his feminine side.
That's very funny, Adam.
And then he does the sweet transvestite song from Rocky Horror.
Does the tuck under between his legs. from Silence of the Lambs as well.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant from Hook, that kid that is a cannonball that rolls down the hill.
That'd be massively irrelevant to this film. This
That's what I thought you
particular
meant.
scene.
So he just turned himself into a ball and rolled out the bar.
Rolled out. Maybe he should cut down his drinking. Bloody hell, Adam, not again.
Anyway, he asks for another chance, and Kate says that she's a bit apprehensive about it, because he's a drunk, he's a filthy degenerate.
Although he's the most clean-cut bloke ever in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's never mentioned what
some
happens.
sort of award-winning journalist.
It's never mentioned what happens when he's drunk either. Like if he's violent or he's just drunk. He's just drunk all the time.
Yeah, except for all the time we've seen him.
Yeah, we've never seen him drink once. Anyway, the next morning we got Kate, we got Dorothy, and we've got Paige, and they're questioned again by Detective Vaughn. He asks about Lily, but obviously she said she was going out of town earlier on, so no one's suspecting she's dead. Paige just says, "Oh, she's gone out of town," and then the detective shows them a card that was sent to Shelley's parents, the girl that died at the beginning, and we've got a message inside that simply reads, "Too bad, so sad." And that one is signed by Jeremy Melton.
Holy shit.
And this is when they all tell each other about the...
I wonder who that could be from. Oh no, hang on. No. Yeah, well, that throws the cat amongst the pigeons.
Shit has literally hit the fan.
It certainly has. He's just a 6th grade loser.
Dorothy tells Vaughn about the JM cards, and they all find out, oh yeah, we've all received them. And Vaughn's not happy about that. So why are you waiting until now to tell me about this? And he still fancies Jason Marquette as the main.
Well, that's it. You see, this is where they make that connection. You've all had cards from JM, and Jeremy, Melton, whatever. He's from the 6th grade. You idiots! He's got nothing to do with this, even though he's just been brought back into the film. It must be Jason Marquette, who I told you was missing ages ago, and none of you connected this and done my job for me.
Yeah, I mean, as any good horror movie cop does, he dismisses the Jeremy Melton theory and goes with Jason Marquette. He's totally oblivious to everything.
He just said, "What? Yeah, why would he want to hurt you from 6th grade?"
Yeah, we get a repeat from Dorothy, the lie that Jeremy assaulted her at the dance, and afterwards, after that meeting with Vaughn the policeman, she does admit to the other two that she lied to the authorities about Jeremy, and she framed him because she couldn't handle the bullies showing up. Because she was fat, you see, Ken.
Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah.
She ruined Jeremy's life because she was fat.
Because she couldn't stop eating cake.
She couldn't stop eating cake. I don't know why I repeated that. It seemed profound to me.
Yeah. Poor Dorothy, but even more poor Jeremy.
Anyway, Kate, she's absolutely appalled by this. But Paige tells Dorothy not to worry. She says that Jeremy Melton wouldn't manage a water fountain without screwing up. I don't think he's capable of an intricate revenge plot.
Yeah, and it is quite intricate. As we mentioned, it is very intricate, so at least they've spotted that.
The next morning, we're with the girls again, and we get a few more details filled in because they've gone to see the detective.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still filling in the backstory, so they haven't got to give any flashbacks or anything.
Jeremy, we find out he was sent to a reform school, juvenile hall, a year later, and then finally he was in a mental hospital.
Didn't actually tell us why he was kept locked away for any time, though. It doesn't tell us any of that. It's just basically that's where he stayed.
The policeman says that they must have done some number on him at the dance because Dorothy does tell Vaughn the truth, I think.
It says where now. We've got no idea. His parents died in a fire a couple of years back, but it was ruled an accident.
Yeah.
And then he says,
this is brilliant.
then he offers a few possible photographs of what he might look like.
This is amazing, this bit. Some age progression software going on.
Thankfully, with all the technology that was available at the time. It's like, in basketball.
Yeah.
Where he says this is what he looked like the last time we saw him, and this is what he could look like now, and it's Mr. T.
Mr. T.
It might as well have been that. He literally just show photographs of, could be absolutely anybody. None of them look anything like each other.
No. It's like, here's a picture of him as a child. We'll remove his glasses, add a moustache. This is the first one. Do you reckon he looks like this? Have you seen this man around? Looks like a 12-year-old with a moustache on.
How about if we make him look older than 12?
Yeah. He's like, oh, he could possibly have had plastic surgery. And then all of a sudden we're just not looking at anyone that looks remotely human.
Yeah. It could now look like this. It's Shrek. Yeah. Might as well just put a picture of the cherub mask on and say, have you seen this man?
Anyway, Vaughn, he questions him about the boyfriends, doesn't he? And he sort of lingers on Paige, asking her, and she says, "Oh, she doesn't have one." Kate talks about Adam.
She actually says, "Short answer, no."
Yeah,
I don't know. What the hell would the long answer be? Because surely it's still no, isn't it? Troll 2 length. Yeah, it's just for some reason that's the answer. Short answer is no, but she never does get to reveal the long answer, which is a shame.
Kate talks about Adam. My boyfriend's Adam, and he's a hopeless drunk, so it couldn't possibly be him.
He never used to be, but things changed in the recent times.
Yeah, they met at the same newspaper firm where Adam was a sports writer for the San Francisco Giants, but you don't need to know about that. His parents are from Seattle. That's basically what she tells us. And then Dorothy talks about Campbell, says he's an internet entrepreneur.
Yeah, and I'm with Campbell. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
I met him yesterday when he moved in.
Yeah, I met him at a yoga class a month ago. Yeah, and she doesn't know his last name.
And they all go, OMG.
Yeah, Paige isn't happy with that. Says, you are a fucking idiot. That's what she says.
You fat whore.
Pretty much.
Yeah, none of that, but, you know, it's what she's thinking.
Dorothy, she storms out at being called a fat whore, and Kate follows. Vaughn does take this opportunity to have Paige to himself, Denise Richards, and proceeds to sexually harass her. Puts his hand on her thigh, and she asks him to remove it, and he says, "Where do you want me to put it?" And she says, "How about up your ass?"
It's great dialogue.
He says, "Where do you think it was before?"
He said, "That's where my other one is."
So, Paige, what are we going to do about this?
I thought that was your job. You're the detective, right?
I'm not talking about the case, Paige. Don't be coy. I'm talking about this.
This.
Tension.
The tension.
Sexual tension. Let's be frank.
Detective Vaughn, please remove your hand from my thigh.
All right. Where would you like me to put it?
How about up your ass?
Yeah, so the police officer helping them is some sort of pervert.
I mean, come on. Denise Richards is absolutely fantastic in this film. She's beautiful.
Oh, that allows the policeman to sexually assault her then, does it?
No, I don't know if it's sexual assault.
I put it to you, Your Honour. This girl is fit, so I was allowed to put my hand on her thigh when I was...
I am an officer of the law.
After all.
Well, it's the only way I'd have ever spoken to her. Jesus Christ, if I was at school with Denise Richards, I would be scared shitless of her.
Why?
I would never have spoken to her, because she's far too attractive for me to have spoken to. I'd have felt sick every time she walked past. That South Park thing, that's true, you know, where Stan's sick. It's true, I lived it. I wouldn't have been able to speak to Denise Richards, ever.
What, even now, to this day?
No. Unless she's listening now and then sends like an Instagram message. But if you,
maybe she'll send a videotape.
It's just her pissing.
Match made in heaven.
To be fair, that would be my favourite video ever.
Oh, God. Hi, Ken. I'm nearly 7 foot tall.
I'm Denise Richards. I'm 7 foot and I'm having a piss.
I can only imagine the response video.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Anyway, the Cupid killer sneaks into Kate's apartment building, goes into her apartment, picks up an iron. For some reason, the iron's on and smoke. I mean, we saw this earlier when she was in her apartment beforehand that she leaves the iron on for some reason. And it's on now and it's smoking. And the killer goes into her bedroom and Gary's there. He's trying on Kate's underwear, her tights and things like that. It's him. It turns out it's Gary, the one that was stealing her underwear, Ken.
It's you. You're doing this.
He tries to explain himself, says he's not well.
No, he doesn't explain how he got in the fucking apartment.
No. Doesn't stop the Cupid killer, though. He strikes Gary in the face with the iron, burns his face.
Burns it.
Yeah, just puts the iron on his face, starts burning him, and then... what does he hit him? Starts hitting him with something. What is that? Is that the iron as well? Or
it's the iron, yeah. Yeah, he uses the iron. He just starts swinging it with the cord.
Yeah, yeah. Just starts beating Gary to death with it.
Which seems fair. He does it a lot of times, actually. He's got a lot of swings on that.
Yeah.
I quite liked it.
Does anyone ever find out about Gary? It doesn't seem so.
I don't think anyone gives a fuck, do they? No one cares.
But later on, we go back to Kate's apartment.
No, it's all tidied up because she looks at the iron and it's like its cord is all wrapped up nice and neat.
Yeah.
And she looks at it like, that's weird. I always leave that in a dangerously switched on and burning fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. How weird that it's now not going to threaten to burn down everything I own.
This is safe. This is too safe for my apartment.
Yeah. Who the hell's done this?
Anyway, Adam shows up at Kate's and he mentions that he was picked up and questioned by Vaughn. And they exchange Valentine's Day gifts. He gets an IOU. He gets an IOU, and she gets a heart-shaped lollipop.
Yeah, so neither of them have really bothered to spend anything.
No, which is fair enough. It's a bit of a fucking con, isn't it, Valentine's Day?
Yeah, well, whoever's writing the cards gone to a lot more expense and extravagance than these two.
Yeah, she should be with him or her.
He's trying to... This guy's trying to win her back, and that's what he gets her. Fucking sweet.
Yeah, well, she got him an IOU.
Yeah, well, she can do what she wants. She's got the power in this relationship right now.
Yeah.
He's trying to win her back. So let's see how that works. It's always the woman got the power on this one.
Kate finds Paige waiting in her apartment, nearly beats her to death with the iron as well, to be honest, because she thinks she's an intruder. She does mention as well that Vaughn, the policeman, tried to sort of harass her sexually, and Kate kind of just blames her for it. You notice that? She's like...
Yeah, it's victim blame, isn't it?
Yeah, she was like, yeah, well, you were wearing a dress, or whatever the hell she says.
Yeah, well, you are ridiculously attractive, Your Honour. See, might work. Might have worked back then.
They get a call from Dorothy anyway that says that Campbell was questioned and he's been told to stay in town for a few days by Vaughn. And then they actually do get a call from Vaughn afterwards. Tells them that they actually found Jason Marquette and took him in for questioning and told them not to go anywhere alone. But as is always the case in these films, there's a big party going on.
Oh, yeah. What's the party for?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah!
It's at Dorothy's mansion. Big, massive fucking mansion.
Yeah, Buffalo
Soldier.
Place.
Oh. Yeah.
Buffalo Towers.
That morning, we see Campbell and Dorothy.
They exchange gifts. Yeah, they exchange gifts as well. She's got him a lovely watch.
Yeah, very nice. They have sex. Disappointing sex.
Yeah, well, that's my middle name.
She says, don't worry about it. She goes and has a shower. Campbell whips the door open, offers her a towel, and gives her a present.
Yeah, this is my turn.
A Cupid necklace.
Oh my goodness. Could it be a red herring? Yes.
Campbell, he's got a phone. Anyway, he walks off, doesn't he? What does he say? I can't remember what he says to her. He just fucks off, doesn't he? Goes to the guest house he's staying in.
He said he's going to go and work out before an important business meeting.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he says.
And he is taking a phone call
And he's basically, we find out that Ruthie was telling the truth and that Campbell is a con man and he wants to transfer money from Dorothy's dad's account. He's got all of his information.
Yeah, shyster.
Dorothy actually calls him to the intercom and asks him to go and fix the pilot light for the main house as it's lost its hot water. So he's got to go down into the basement and...
Yeah, he said, I think he got one of the questions wrong, didn't he? One of the security questions of where you're from or something. He didn't fucking know.
Yeah, he got the age, he got the date of birth right, didn't he? And the mother's maiden name, but he didn't get the, what city were you born in or something like that?
What's your hometown, buddy?
What is your favourite colour?
Yeah, he got that one wrong. That was one of the security questions of Dorothy's dad. He's a very simple man.
What is your quest? Anyway, he goes to set the pilot light back on, and
yeah, it's like matches, isn't it? It's like an old school matches and gas.
Yeah, which is odd in a big fucking mansion like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But it's in the guest house. Who cares?
He lights the pilot light again. Says, "Oh, maybe I can get a Porsche out of this." And in the background, we see Cupid's behind him.
Yeah, just slams an axe straight through his spine.
Yeah, and that's the end of Campbell.
Yeah, well, he was a no-gooder, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No good. I like the fact that he dies about 5 minutes after presenting a Cupid necklace. Like, could he be the killer? Oh, no, he's dead.
You're still pondering it when he's instantly killed.
I was thinking, yes, and I was trying to backstory how he could have done the rest of it, and then he just got an axe in his back and he's dead. Yeah. And I was like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Perhaps not. Yeah, back to Jason Marquette for me.
Anyway, we cut to the evening and... Kate, she turns up. She's got Adam with her. Kate turns up with Brian. And Brian's like, Gordon's alive.
What? It's clearly not him.
Is it not Brian Blessed?
Not this time. No.
Imagine if Brian was played by Brian Blessed.
Just dressed in full Valentine uniform. Got his wings.
With Denise Richards.
What a date that would be.
There you are. Hey, any luck finding a date tonight? I'm playing phone tag with Brian. Who? Brian?
I'm Brian Blessed.
Anyway, they turn up to the party. A note I did make is that this music is surely not to everyone. Like, everyone's dancing, having a great time. This is like...
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, it's some quality industrial metal, isn't it?
Yeah, and I was like...
I wrote that down. I thought, this is great music.
Yeah, it's like, this wouldn't be playing at a party like this with these people there.
No, I actually thought it'd be quite good, that.
Yeah.
I like the fact as well that Campbell's not there and it's 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm sure he's still coming. And it's only then Adam arrives and says, oh, you made it. It's like, it's 11 p.m. Where the fuck's everyone been? Where else has everyone been? Yeah, it's very, very unusual, but, still hoping Campbell turns up.
Well, Dorothy, she's drinking alone and she assumes that Campbell's dumped her and left.
Meanwhile, we get a little solo dance from Paige, which is nice. It's irrelevant to everything, but... it's Denise Richards dancing. Yeah, it's Denise Richards dancing slowly and seductively to industrial metal music. It's worth mentioning. I think that's worth mentioning.
Brian turns up. Voltan. Yeah. He turns up and
Paige. So he shouts.
Why don't we go upstairs, Paige?
And
I've got something to show you.
Yeah, he does. He does have something to show her, and he takes her upstairs. And it turns out that the thing he had to show her was his penis.
Yeah, which was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be just that obvious. I thought it was going to be something, I thought he was going to give her a gift first and then show her his penis. But no. He just skipped the gift, and there it is.
Blessed's penis.
Yeah. Well?
Yeah.
Well, wax it.
Which is an unusual thing to say, even not in his voice. Even in the actual Brian's voice, where he just says, aren't you going to wax it?
Yeah. And she tricks Brian into taking his clothes off first and ties him up, blindfolds him, gets a candle from the side, and because Brian asked her to wax it, she pours hot candle wax all over his dick.
Mm.
And then leaves.
Yeah. To be honest, as I've said before, some people would pay good money for that.
She leaves, and Brian is just tied to... Imagine, Ken, you're the parents of Dorothy. You turn up after this party, and you see Brian Blessed naked, tied to your marital bed, blindfolded, with candle wax all over his cock and balls.
Well, it is weird because you would have assumed that would all be cleared away, but nobody ever seems to have found Brian.
No, I think he's there to this day.
No one's in it again, and the house is other people are otherwise occupied, and nobody actually ever goes up to see where Brian is or what's happening to Brian. So yeah, as far as we know, he was still there when the police finally arrived. Brian Blessed tied up in the bedroom.
A woman poured wax on my penis.
My cockle shall bay.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Ruthie, she turns up. She's at the party and she confronts Dorothy. I don't know why she's mad at Dorothy when it's obviously Campbell that's the fucking shyster.
How does she know where Dorothy lives and that she's having a party? How does she know any of that?
Don't know. But she spots that Dorothy's wearing the Cupid necklace and says that was hers. And don't you see? He's playing you. He's after you for your trust fund, nothing else. But Kate and Paige, they turn up and sort of escort her away. Paige, after that, she decides that that's it, I'm out for the evening, I'm going to go for a dip in the hot tub.
Takes a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, and we see Max as well, the artist from previous. Liz is it Liz?
That's Lily.
Oh, Lily, sorry, not Liz, yeah. He starts flirting with Kate, and he actually does say that Lily didn't go with him to LA. So she's actually been missing, and that she's probably dead.
Yeah, probably just dead.
Yeah, and that's when Kate realises that maybe Jeremy's at the party. Jeremy Melton, remember him?
Oh, from the 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were so mean to him. I think I know what he looks like as well. He's just the same age, but with a moustache drawn on his face.
No glasses on, moustache, and a Beatles wig.
Yeah, why don't we just look for him? Either that or Mr. T, whichever one we see first. If either of them are here, it's probably him.
Imagine Mr. T writing these Valentine's cards.
Roses are red, sucker.
Anyway, we cut to...
Love is an arduous trek, fool.
I pity the arduous trek, fool. Anyway, Ruthie, it's her turn to die next. She turns up in the billiard room, has a look round. Meanwhile, the Cupid killer...
she's having a snoop, isn't she? She's having a little snoopy snooper. Does she not find old Brian Blessed with his cock out?
She finds Campbell, I think.
Does she?
Yeah, she finds him in the sauna.
I thought she went upstairs and then just thought, oops. No, that's only when she runs away. I thought, maybe nobody finds him. I don't know.
Anyway, the Cupid killer's sort of dragging a corpse through the billiard room, and Ruthie sees him, and she doesn't immediately run or think, oh, this is a bit weird. She's just like, who are you?
Yeah, who are you supposed to be?
Yeah. Gives him time to set I think it's like a maid, isn't it? Just like put the maid down that he's carrying through the thing, and then gets his knife out.
That was the maid that Dorothy was very rude to, even though she was quite nice enough to, just do the job. She seemed to hate Dorothy because Dorothy's a bitch.
And we get Ruthie running away from the killer. She hits him with the pool cue.
It's quite a good hit actually as well. I thought that looked quite good. It's like as they usually are. They're totally useless when it comes to facing somebody. She actually hit him quite well in the face. I liked it.
Yeah, she makes a run for it. She goes in. She ends up in the sauna hiding, and that's where she finds Campbell's corpse. Oh no, sorry. She hides in the shower room, doesn't she? She finds Campbell's corpse in the sauna. She hides in the shower room, and Cupid eventually finds her, throws her through a shower door, and best death of the film for me.
Yeah, it was a good one, actually.
And a glass shard on the floor there that's sticking up.
Pushes her neck into it, doesn't he?
Yeah, and you see it, like a lot of the deaths in this film, you don't really see any of the actual gore or anything, do you?
No, this one was a good one.
Cut to Kate. She takes a call from the policeman again. She calls does she call the policeman? She calls the policeman and tells him about Lily. And then Vaughn says that they had to release Jason because he's clean, and he says that he's on the way to the party now. So, hold on to your dick.
I am.
We see Adam as well. He's hitting he's drinking.
Oh man, I thought he was doing so well.
Kate's really angry because she sees Adam and he's drinking at the bar, but you've brought him to a house party. You know he's a recovering alcoholic. Free drink everywhere. And then she's angry at him.
He said he changed. Okay.
I don't know. Seems harsh to put him in that situation, then bollock him when he relents. But, you know, it's just me, I guess.
That's women, mate. It's not just you. That's bloody women.
For any women listening out there.
It's you, isn't it? Isn't it? You know what I'm talking about.
We get probably the most famous scene in the film now, the one that most people remember anyway, which is Denise Richards. She's
in a hot tub. Yeah, of course. That's why it's remembered.
She's got the bottle of champagne with her, and she sees that there's a rose waiting for her at the edge of the hot tub,
which is weird because she's been in that hot tub all the time, and
Yeah.
it's right in front of her. I think she turns and looks behind her. And when she does that, suddenly that appears there. She's incredibly nimble, fleet of foot. And this is actually the kind of thing, this is how I'd managed to speak to Denise Richards, doing this.
What, killing her in a hot tub? You old romantic.
Hello? Hello? Does someone want to be my Valentine?
She goes to investigate anyway. She does the "Do you want to be my Valentine" line. Before I watched this film, it's the only thing I could really remember from this film was her saying the line out loud. And Cupid appears and starts choking her, throws her in the hot tub, and locks the lid of the hot tub shut, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, gets a power drill.
I don't know where that's come from either. Why is that in the bloody hot tub room?
Yeah, starts stabbing through the lid with it. Eventually, he does end up. Does he catch her in the shoulder or something? In the arm?
Yes, he does. He does pierce flesh.
Yeah, and then opens it and ends up just throwing the fucking drill inside. Like, oh yeah, there you go. The surge of electricity from the drill actually knocks the power out of the house. So obviously everyone just leaves instantly. They're like, all right, party's over.
They do, yeah. I thought, God, they're evacuating that quickly.
Yeah, except for Kate and Dorothy, who are still there. They're looking around, looking for Paige, I think. They're looking for Adam, looking for everyone, really, aren't they?
Yeah, they're looking for other people we've seen already in the film.
And Kate and Dorothy, they start to accuse each other's boyfriends that maybe they're the killers. You know, maybe they could have had plastic surgery.
Which is true. I mean, the policeman suggested that could have happened, in which case, what's the point of showing photographs of everyone?
And at this point is when Dorothy sort of breaks down and says about the fact that she was fat as a kid, and she was always like the loser of.
Yeah, she actually lists the combination and the traits of each one of the 5 girls.
I mean, why? Why should the fat girl get a turn, huh?
What?
Oh, come on, Kate. You've always been the popular one, and Shelley was always the brainy one, and Lily was the fun one, and Paige was the sexy one, and I was the big, fat one. And as far as you're concerned, that's exactly the way that it is. Well, you know what? Screw all of you.
Kate calls Vaughn again, but she gets his voicemail, but she also hears a ringing outside. She goes out and she goes to the pond. That's where the ringing takes her, and the phone's just on the side there, and she gets the voicemail. And floating in the pond is Adam's IOU, and she plucks it out. And as she does, a decapitated head floats up, and it is the head of the policeman Vaughn.
Oh, Jesus. That's the last thing she wanted to see.
Maybe her own head would have been the last thing she wanted to see.
That would have been a very odd thing. That would have been, I'm in your house for a bit.
She runs back into the house. Adam shows back up. They start slow dancing inexplicably.
Yeah, Adam at this point is being incredibly odd, just seemingly for the sake of it. And I'm guessing
he's supposed to be hammered, is he? Drunk?
I don't know. I thought that. I thought, is this what he's like when he's drunk? Where he kind of...
Slow dancing. You slow dancing fool.
Alludes to the fact that he's possibly a killer in this situation.
He says that Kate's the only good thing in his life and that he loves her.
Well, before that, he actually says, you're the only one I care for. All the others can die for all I care. Which seems a bit weird, seeing as they are doing. Yeah, that's why he shouldn't drink.
Yeah. And she runs away from him. I mean, he does follow her. He asks her what the hell's going on, which is a fair question. I mean, if he's not the killer, he's just turned up drunk to dance with her and she's kneed him in the bollocks.
Yeah. I have written that as well.
Yeah, it's a fair question. And then she runs away from him again. She finds Paige dead. She finds Ruthie, I think, as well. Adam's following her some more. He asks why she wants to hurt him.
Yeah, that's true.
Is this all flooding back to you, is it?
She responds by smashing a champagne bottle over his face.
Yeah.
So maybe she doesn't want
his
to.
head.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't want to hurt him. She just can't help herself. Which again, I thought, if he's innocent, this is a hell of a way to treat her.
I was going to say he's had a terrible night.
That's her boyfriend as well. She gave us all that. I know his parents. We met years ago. It can't possibly be him. However, he's now drunk, so I think it's definitely him, and I shall beat him to death as fast as I can.
Kick him in the bollocks and smash a glass over his head, and if that's not enough, I'm going to go and get a fucking pistol.
Yeah, I'm now going to threaten to shoot him.
Because this was mentioned earlier by Dorothy that her father had a gun in the house. So she goes and grabs that. She's making her way upstairs. Adam's nowhere to be seen. And then all of a sudden, the Cupid killer jumps out and tackles her. And they both end up flying down the stairs. They both wake up at the bottom of the stairs there. Kate wakes up first. The masked killer's still on the floor. She looks over at the killer. The killer does the classic, Michael Myers sit-up.
Yeah.
And as the killer does that, you hear the gun go off. 6 shots right in the chest of the killer who falls down dead. And it's Adam, he's got the gun. She obviously dropped the gun at the top of the stairs there, and Adam picked it up and shot the killer. Kate apologizes to Adam, and Adam removes the Cupid mask to reveal...
Sorry, I hit you square in the nuts and then smashed a champagne bottle across your face. But, you were being a little bit weird.
Yeah.
So naturally, I thought you were the murderer of all my friends from childhood.
Yeah, and Adam...
He's like, that's all right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I deserved it for having one too many drinks.
That's fair enough, I did have a drink.
Yeah, he removes the Cupid mask to reveal the genitalia of the corpse from earlier. That's who's been doing this all.
Right where the face should be.
Yeah, and his legs are through the armholes. No,
it was Shelley and her genius pathology. She's transplanted the genitals into the face area. She's just some sort of crazy genius.
Yeah, it was Dorothy.
Oh my, what?
It was Dorothy all along, Ken, don't you see?
This makes no sense whatsoever to me. And I've seen the film.
Well, anyway, after Adam, he calls the cops. He's hugging Kate on the stairs there. And she just doesn't understand why Dorothy would murder all those people.
He knows exactly why. He tells us exactly why.
What does he say, Ken?
Just because, she's just annoyed about shit.
She was fat.
Yeah. She used to be fat, didn't she? So, you deserved it. The end.
Yeah. And just decide, anger. Just anger. Resentment. Rejection. And she was going to do something about it. And they say that they love each other, and
she said, but we were friends. And he said, well, maybe that wasn't enough.
Maybe she wanted you to be lovers.
Valentine 2, The Lesbian Diaries.
They hug each other, and as they're sitting there, and you hear the sort of sirens, I think, blood starts dripping onto Kate's face that she doesn't seem to realise.
No, she's not noticed that. She's in a state of shock.
Literally a lot of blood is on her face and she doesn't realise. And we pan up to see that Adam's nose is bleeding, revealing that Adam was actually Jeremy Melton and he's just got away with murder. And that's the end of the film.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
What do you think then, Ken?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good film. It's of its time, but it's like with technology and stuff. It's not a slur on the film at all. I think, but with technology and everything, how that advanced and stuff, with the turbo dating and the videos of each other and all that sort of stuff. But no, I liked it. I think it's a good film. I think it's well done. I think the killing could have been a bit more graphic, but. Other than that, I think it's got solid if somewhat elaborate plotting.
Yeah, I mean we've got a 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb and 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
I think that's harsh, man.
You know what I think? I think if this had come out in the 70s, 80s, I think this would have been remembered a lot more fondly, I think. The fact that it came out after Scream and, like, what was this, 2001, so this was right at the sort of death of the slasher genre. You know, it had run its course. Scream revived it, and then 4 million slashers later, everyone was done with it, I think. But, you know, I thought it didn't try and be Scream like everything else did around that time.
No, that's what I mean. I think they played it quite straight. And that urban legend probably a bit more had the commercial success, and that did get the sequels and everything. But that did have the referencing, though, didn't it? You see, so yeah, not a bad one. Not a bad one at all.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I've got an apology to make for the last film pitch we did. I did say that I would issue an apology. We omitted Carl Weathers from our previous film pitch, Blood Delirium.
I'd like to think he was always going to be there.
Yeah, or he may just have requested a week off, you know, due to family commitments, grievance, perhaps. You know, maybe it's not all about what you want, listeners. Think about Carl for a change. No. The reason we omitted him was because we really rushed that last one because I had to get home so I could be reprimanded for staying out too long.
Peek behind the curtain of the bad movie.
Yes, that's a little bit of the dynamic that we've got going on here. Apparently we've got personal lives and all that shit getting in the way. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think Dom's right. He was always in it.
Yeah, he would have been the ponytail guy, I think. You know, the boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, Carl actually contacted us himself and said, you know, what the fuck? And yeah, but he understood. He understood.
He
that,
stopped standing outside my house at night.
Yeah. It was unrelated to what we've just said. He just contacted us and said, what the fuck? How come you keep mentioning me? What the hell are these bloody Photoshop pictures doing on the internet?
Do you ever wonder what he would think about it if he saw it? the podcast, I mean, Ken.
Oh, right. Oh, I'll stop laughing then. No. Because I shouldn't think he'll ever know that this exists. Which is a shame.
Yeah, maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, it's a shame for us, but probably for the best for him.
I mean, someone said to me, if you could have a guest on, any guest, who would it be? Would it be Carl Weathers? And I'd be like, what the hell would we say to him? This isn't really open for guest spots, is it, this podcast?
I wouldn't know what to say. No, I wouldn't have a clue.
What the hell would you say to them?
I wouldn't have a clue. Just like, how's it going?
Hi, Carl. So we're going to do a film pitch. If you'd like to join in, it's about a dwarf Michael Myers.
You're in a cupboard, and you say Thinklage.
If robots could, can you say, "Am I money?"
Yeah, could you please just say that? Well, let's get a soundbite.
The only thing I'd like Carl Weathers to do with this podcast is, like a plug, like, "Hi, this is Carl Weathers, and you're listening to." That'd be the only involvement I'd want from him. I wouldn't want him to be involved.
I think actually, Homicide Worldwide had a look for us a few months ago, and I think that would cost about $3,000. Through his agent, through his agent, I think, if you wanted him to do something like that.
For a one sentence.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean...
Money for old rope, fair play to him.
No, you'd have thought he'd have bought something more usul than old rope. But, he can buy what he wants with it. He's a wealthy man. But yeah, we could get him on. But as you say, that would be the extent of it.
I know, yeah.
We'd have to get some crowdfunder. We'd have to get all that stuff going on. Kickstarter, get him involved, get him to say that, and raise his memory.
Ask him, please, to not listen to the podcast.
I think we've been nothing but... Oh, no, hang on. No, yeah, we do say he rapes us. Yeah. I was going to say we've been nothing but complimentary. But we are frequently the victim of Carl Weathers' rape. Which we've accepted. Carl. I don't know why he can't. We have.
Yeah, if anything, it's us that should be upset about it.
Anyway, what are we doing?
I don't know. See you, everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Film pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Right, well, Carl Weathers is not in it.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Right, I've got two options for you, and I've not really fleshed out either of them, so I'll throw it out to you and see what you think for the film pitch.
Right.
I've got either a straight... Okay. A homo? No, I've got a straight sequel where we just pick this up like now, or I've got a totally different film centering around Valentine's.
So is the sequel just Valentine 2? Valentine Part 2?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's-
I can't think of anything else clever to call it, you know.
What's the other one?
It's just a totally new film. I've not even got a title for it.
It's so new, it's almost as if I've just said, I'm thinking of a new film, and that's it. I know you don't prep this, Ken, but even for you.
No, that's why I get kicked out of the studio exec's office. Got an idea for a new film. Okay, go for it. I was like, no, that's it.
That's it.
There's something
That's
else.
what I've got for you.
Yeah, you know, there's loads of films. What about something else? No? Okay.
Have you got a plot?
I'll be a bit more... No. I'll be a bit more...
It's just Carl Weathers. He's attached, that's it.
It's Carl Weathers talking about love. Hour and a half. Tom Hardy did it in Locke. I'm not just about love. He did a one-man film, didn't he, where he was just driving home for an hour and a half.
No, you're thinking of Driving Home for Christmas. That's a song.
Oh, yeah, it was Chris Rea.
That wasn't Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't an hour and a half either, was it? It was about 3.5 minutes.
It depends if you have it on repeat.
Sorry?
Depends if you put it on repeat.
What? There we go. Thank you.
Good work.
No, okay, right. I have now got a title for the film. We mentioned it earlier, and I did write this down, actually. It's just Love Hurts.
Oh, the tagline for Valentine.
Yeah, so it's actually the title of this one, and also the tagline.
This isn't about Carl Weathers raping us again, is it?
No, it's not centered around that, no, but, you know, that
there's always that risk.
You never know. You can't rule it out. Can't rule it out.
Foreboding terror.
Our track record. All he wants is for us to get results.
Yeah.
It's easy. If we played by the book and did it, we'd be safe.
I know, but when will we ever learn?
Anyway, so that's the new film. So we either go straight sequel.
Yeah.
Where we do get the guy from Buffy and Angel, that I can't say his name.
David Boreanaz.
Yes, that's him. He's in a new You're right.
Dave. We'll call him Dave.
Stop showing off. Davey B. We'll call him Dave B. He's in a new show. I'm trying to plug his new show here.
Oh, sorry, Davey.
You know, he's been in contact. He says, "Don't call me Davey Bollocks, but if you could mention me new show."
Oh shit!
I know. I don't know how he knew. Yeah, he's in a new show called Navy SEALs.
What's that about?
Aquatic assassins.
Oh yes, they're just blue coloured seals. Nothing to do with the armed forces.
Yeah, they've just been like pigment.
It's a kids' film.
Malfunction. There is a kids' film called SEAL Team actually that deals with the same thing. It's quite funny. Yeah,
we should do a kids' film, Navy SEALs, and they're just dark blue seals.
Yeah, there's a dolphin in SEAL Team, and they call him Dolph, and it is voiced by Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's better than what we're doing here.
Exactly,
Stop mentioning things that's better than this.
Well, stop mentioning things that already exist.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's why I went for a new film, you see.
Go on then.
You come up with that, then it's just so broad that they've got to think, well, I like new stuff. Which one do you want then? Anyway, straight sequel or Love Hurts?
We'll start with Love Hurts, and if it's awful, we'll just transition into
Okay, well, it won't take long.
Which one do you prefer from your pictures?
I've written nothing other than straight sequel and new film. So
Excellent.
I'm easy, to be honest. We could start a new film and then involve people from the sequel.
Okay.
Anyway, Love Hurts. You ready?
Yeah.
Obviously, that lends itself to the theme tune or the film theme of the song Love Hurts. That's the beauty there. By Nazareth, obviously. I want the Nazareth version. It's the best version for me.
Plus, it's a horror film, isn't it? We can't have bloody Roy Orbison crooning in a bloody horror film.
I don't know. Maybe we can have another song by Roy later on.
Okay.
We can have it at the end credits where he sings "It's Over."
Oh, right.
Yeah. We just get him involved somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought you were going to do Pretty Woman or something.
No, do you know, I've never seen Pretty Woman.
No, the song by Roy.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Neither's he.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, Roy.
What are we doing? New film. New film. Love Hurts.
Go on, new film.
Yep, Love Hurts. So obviously that does come into play, the song, but the plot, such as it is, there's a guy, an ordinary guy, and I'm open to all casting on this. Okay, I've got very little plot and no casting whatsoever.
Okay.
There's a guy. His wife is very, very ill.
How ill?
Very, very.
Oof.
I know, yeah. Serious stuff.
Is it COVID?
It's worse.
Good God.
I know, yeah. We never even thought about this when we were worrying about COVID, but she's got worse than that. And I don't know what it is because I'm not a scientist. God damn it.
Right.
Nor does he. He doesn't know either, although he is a surgeon. Oh. Actually, yeah, he's a surgeon, so he probably does know.
Right.
His wife needs multiple organ transplants and maybe more than that.
Thank you, Doctor. Of the pauses in the very odd places, and maybe more than that.
Yeah, I should have written it as a whole sentence. I think I ran out of space. I put than that on a separate page. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So he kills people and takes their organs and other things. Yeah. Limbs.
What is she? Where'd she get? Where did he find her? A fucking Kinder egg. You assemble her.
Okay, right. So she's not real. He's making a wife.
What, like Frankenstein?
Yes.
Frankenstein's bride?
Yes, he's making a wife for himself. Like Bride of Reanimator, like Frankenstein, like Frankenhooker.
Like Weird Science.
Like all of those, but so much better because it's a serious film.
Right.
Without any comedy moments.
Well, we'll 100%,
100% playing it straight.
What's the name of the character?
I haven't got that written down.
I've got some ideas.
Excellent.
Well,
I was waiting for that. Oh, okay. Well, that's it. What do you mean, carry on? That's it.
That's it?
That's the plot. What? What more do you want? What more do you want? He's going around killing people, stealing bits of them.
So, what do you reckon to this for a name?
Mm-hmm.
For the character? He's a doctor, right?
He is.
We've got Dr. Small Favor.
Oh.
It's hyphenated last name.
Nice. What's his first name, or does it matter? Ivor.
Yes. Yeah, Ivor Small Favor.
Yeah.
And that's what he keeps asking people before he kills them. So Ivor is going to be played by... So I don't want to keep going back to the same names. I want some fresh blood in there. What about Larry Fishburne?
You think he'd be in? You have to call him Lawrence, obviously.
No, fuck that then.
That was part of his contract.
Charlie Sheen.
I was thinking, Charlie Sheen, I was thinking him because he was in the film called Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
So imagine that connection.
He's jumping out the plane at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, shall we have Charlie Sheen?
So Charlie Sheen as Ivor Smallfavor.
Doctor.
He's in.
And he's trying to make a wife. Why, though?
Because he's lonely.
He lost his wife.
And it's Valentine's Day.
He lost his wife and children on Valentine's Day in a harpoon accident.
Was it an accident? They accidentally get killed by a harpoon.
Yeah.
How do they all get killed by that? Well, not one after the other, all standing in a line.
Yeah, in a line.
Took them all out in one.
And then stops just at Charlie Sheen's stomach, and he's still got a scar on his stomach there.
Oh.
Looks like he's got 2 belly buttons now.
Yeah, that's how we catch him.
Well, the first time you see him, he's there with his finger in his second belly button, just on the sofa. Looking at his
He's got his dip.
His what?
His dip. For his Doritos.
He's drinking on the sofa, finger in second belly button, watching his wedding video.
That's a sad, sad start.
And
you say that's the start. Is that the start of the film?
Yeah. And he's hotshot surgeon Ivor Smallfavor. He gets a call, emergency, we need you in the hospital. And we get in there. We see a woman who's been in an accident gets rushed in. Well, it's a man and a woman. They're a couple. They were in a horrific car accident. They get brought in. The nurse, played by Kelly LeBrock, looks at the guy's dick.
Well, yes. Yep.
Make sure he's all right.
She's definitely signed up for this, yeah?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, I thought she does it for nothing these days.
Sorry, Kelly.
From what I've heard.
I saw that written on that bathroom stall as well.
Yeah, I wrote it.
I thought it was you. He comes in, tries to save their lives, tries to save the woman's life, and she passes away. And the woman kind of looks a bit like his ex-wife, or his dead wife, not his, I suppose his ex as well. And so he decides to take her head. That's the first one he gets, you see.
Yeah, that seems normal enough.
A scene sneaking into the morgue. You've got like a half-arse security guard there. They've always got someone on guard at the morgue doors, haven't they, in these films? And it's Clint Howard. He lets people. He gives him money. They can go and have sex with the corpses.
Is that a known thing, or do we find that out?
I don't know. It's in more films than you think, to be honest.
Yeah, I imagine it is. Yeah, I'm not sure it's in many.
So he goes in. He says, "Oh no, I'm just going to." I'm going bowling after this. He's bought his bowling ball bag.
Very good. Yeah, I like the way you got around that.
Yeah, and he says, "But I think I left my my I don't know, bowling buffer. Is that what you call it? Bowling ball buffer?"
I'm not sure it's not what I call it, but I don't know. Maybe the pros do.
I've left that in the morgue. You see, I was buffing my bowling ball in there earlier.
Been buffing my balls in the morgue earlier on.
And Clint says, "Oh yeah, go right in, Dr. Small. I've got a small favour to ask you." That's what Charlie Sheen says when he turns up.
I have a small favour. He says, "Go on."
He goes in. Out of the bowling ball bag comes a tiny saw, like one of those bone saws from upstairs, and saws the woman's head off.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking, what's that doing in the bag? Well, there's a head not in it, but he hasn't got it yet. Okay.
No,
right,
he hasn't.
yeah.
No.
Okay. Who plays the wife and the subsequent head, and then new wife?
I don't know. Just some model type. I mean, she didn't have to speak. She's just a head, really.
Oh, what? So she's not going to come back?
She will come back, but she's.
Plus, she's also in the pre-death scenes, isn't she? Before, or is it
it
always post-death? Is it just harpooned, and that's the end, or do we get to see them be harpooned? I'd kind of like to get to see it. Yeah, I'd
we
like
get to see them harpooned. Yeah, but again, she'll probably have a couple of lines there. You don't need to massively good at acting.
She could just say "shit" a harpoon.
Shit a harpoon, is that her exclamation?
No, there'd be an exclamation after shit. She wouldn't just say shit a harpoon.
So yeah, cuts her head off, leaves, like, see you later, Clint. Oh, whatever his name is. Maybe Ron.
He stopped doing that to him. Poor guy.
It's going to be Ron. I'll see you later, Ron. And he leaves, and then Clint notices, there's a little drip of blood, like, on the floor coming out the bag as he's left. And Clint goes in and decides to investigate, gets the old torch on, sees there's one that's looks like it's been disturbed, takes the sheet off, and where the head was, it's the bowling ball with the 3 holes facing outwards and a wig on it.
So he actually did bring a bowling ball.
Yeah. So he's put like fake eyelashes on the 2 holes at the top, lipstick around the bottom one, and a wig.
That's a lot of effort, isn't it? Considering as soon as they have a look, they'll know it's a bowling ball.
Well, Clint doesn't. He just
goes, oh, okay. Yeah, just covers it back
Actually, yeah, he like does a little glance round and bends down, gives a little kiss.
Oh, that's Clint.
Sticks his tongue in the little mouth hole there, and then puts the sheet back over.
Does he go? Blah, 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 blah.
He goes, and puts the thing back over and goes back to his desk. So it's a good thing he did doll up the bowling ball, as I like to call it.
Yeah, well, it's unlikely Clint Howard would molest an ugly bowling ball these days. He's got his pick now, hasn't he? He's done all right for himself.
So that's the head, and then you're going to get scenes of him after
Who,
he
Clint?
sees a woman. No, Charlie Sheen.
Oh right, is Clint Howard
not
gone
in
now?
it anymore.
Oh, right, okay.
That's it. He's a little cameo. He sees a woman with a nice arm, but not a nice right arm. So he just takes the one.
Does he kill her? Does he just remove her arm as he walks past?
He needs, he needs a horror, like a stalker costume. So what we thinking, Charlie Sheen, stalker costume? Are we going with nappy, wings, bow and arrow?
Yes.
And like shirtless and no shoes on or anything?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, okay. What about the mask?
No, he hasn't got one.
Valentine.
It's just Charlie Sheen in a nappy walking around.
So yeah, there's maybe a prostitute with a very nice right arm because that's her working arm.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, and cuts her arm, chasing her down the side streets of the city, wherever the hell they are. Cuts her arm off.
He's nappy.
With his gold wings flapping.
Okay, yep. That's a diaper, by the way. A nappy is a diaper.
Oh yeah,
diaper for our American listeners.
Yeah, and what he's done as well is he's turned his car into a cloud. Like they turn the van into a dog in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
In this, he's got like a scooter that it turns into a cloud.
All right, so it's not a car.
No, we're going scooter or skateboard.
I think scooter with sidecar. Obviously, he's got to put his
sidecar. It's the head of his wife.
Just like body bits
with a crash helmet on.
Safety first.
Yeah, and as the woman's getting away, bow and arrow in her back.
Well, just the arrow, surely.
Oh. Yeah, there's one scene where he lets go of the bow and not the arrow, and he's just left with the arrow in his hand, and the bow goes flying. It knocks out the woman.
Yeah, just hits her in the back. She's like, "Oh, yeah. Bloody hell! What was that?"
And then she's on the ground after being hit with the bow, and then he comes over and just machetes her arm off.
Yeah,
all practical effects, obviously.
He's a surgeon. Would he use a machete? Is he surgically precise, even with a machete?
Well, he's not going to talk her through the operation, is he? He's just macheteing her fucking arm off, yeah. Oh, mind you, you're right. Maybe he needs to kidnap them and take them down to his Cupid-themed laboratory.
Where he plays the Nazareth version of Love Hurts.
Yes, exactly.
On a non-stop loop.
Yeah, he just keeps them down there because he needs them alive. Because he needs to do he can't just lop them off, and because who knows how long it's going to take him to collect all the body parts.
So it's a tranquilizer arrow.
Yes.
That with his surgical precision and his archery skills, just paralyzes them when he shoots it into their spine.
Yeah, perfect. And then down in his basement of his massive house, because he's a surgeon, he's obviously got a lot of money.
Oh, he's got a very big house, yeah.
Yeah. Down there, it's like cages puts the women and keeps them alive until he's ready to do the whole experiment. What do you think to that?
I like it. I think he's going to have to wear a coat. He can't just be running around in a diaper.
No, he can't have a coat.
Be too noticeable. Oh, he can't have a coat. Oh, right,
no,
okay.
no, because that gets rid of the whole visual then, doesn't it? He looks just like one of those people that flash you if he's wearing a coat.
but when he's in pursuit, it's open.
Whips it off.
It blows open, you see, to reveal his nakedness.
They look down and notice he's got no shoes or socks on.
Yeah, it billows behind him.
Or has he got those like Roman gladiator sandals?
Yes, he has, yeah.
Yeah, there's another one where, an amusement park. There's some girls there having a good time. One goes to have a shit. That's one for your list.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm adding that. That's an interesting stat.
The woman's in the cubicle, a bit like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And then she looks down, she just sees 2 Roman sandaled feet underneath the door.
Does she actually have a shit? I'm more interested in that now. Or is she just on the toilet?
She's just on the toilet.
Is there a suggestion that it is a shit that she's doing?
There's a suggestion of shit, which is so often in our film pictures. And she kicks the door open, thinking it's, who's this weirdo? And it was her mate. Her mate was also, they're in Roman sandals, very fashionable, and it's just some woman that she's just knocked to the ground and knocked out. She had her iPod on, and she was just waiting for the cubicle to be free, you see.
It was very close, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She was very close there.
Yeah. She has no depth perception. She's lost.
Should have got one eye.
Yeah.
Is that the eye that he wants?
No, he doesn't want her because she's, oh my God,
she's
I'm sorry.
just a collateral damage. Okay.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, and bends down to help her. And as she turns her over, it's a mannequin bowling ball wig on it.
One eye.
Yeah, just the one eyelash. There's one with a plaster over it. And then he appears from the stall next to her.
Can he drop from the ceiling?
Yes.
Brilliant.
And just, just face plants the floor.
Plummets.
Yeah. And then she sees him face down, tries to run past him. He grabs her and then, chloroforms her or whatever. So takes her away. And then obviously her friends are upset. So you never guess, but they go to the police station. Can you imagine that?
No. Well, someone had to, I suppose. What they're reporting? A murder or just missing?
Missing.
Yeah, okay.
But they did find the bowling ball. Well, the bowling ball woman.
What's the rest of her body made of? The bowling ball woman. Newspaper.
Bowling pins.
Will bowling come back at the end to be a vital clue as to where he is?
Well, it's his MO so far.
But why?
He likes bowling.
Okay,
and
fair enough,
nothing replicates a woman's head as well as a bowling ball.
No, nothing.
No, that's what he says anyway. And they go to the police station, and the policeman obviously takes notice. He's like, we need to get the chief involved. And then we just see the shoes of the chief walking through, and then pan up. Swelling music plays as we see Carl Weathers. He's like, thank you for bringing this to my attention. He hears the story. He's like, this is all connected. Goes to his board, with the, what's it called? The string attached and all the evidence on the wall.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So he turns and adds this to it, and he's like, bowling balls. That's his exclamation.
That's his catchphrase.
Yeah. He says, well, there's only 2 detectives I can get on this case.
Oh, come on. Let's have them.
It's fine and dandy.
At your service, sir.
He fills us in every sense of the word, and then we're expected to go and find whoever's doing this, but we're not the only ones on the case. There's two other hotshots, Emilio and Joe Estevez.
Oh, whoa! Yeah, the Estevez team.
They're FBI, you see. They're coming in to have a look as well. We've got to work in tandem with them.
Oh, that never ends well.
We'll do our best.
Oh, of course we will. We're fine and dandy.
And obviously the FBI, their handler is obviously Martin Sheen.
Nice. Is he the FBI chief?
Big Chief, yeah.
Big Chief Martin, they call him.
They do call it. How do you know that?
I used to be in the FBI, I remember.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we foil him at one point. He's off trying to get some legs from some woman. He's seen a woman that he likes at the roller disco.
Yep, playing Legs by ZZ Top.
Yes. Yeah, very good.
Thank you. We can just connect all of this, you say.
There's a pursuit on the roller disco floor. Everyone's on roller skates. Me, you, Joe, Emilio. Charlie, yeah.
Charlie,
the woman. Yeah.
He's got Roman sandal roller boots.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, he's had custom made.
Yeah, we've got police officer issued rollerblades.
With sirens on them.
On the toes.
And flashing lights.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, so, there's a scene like that where, we're chasing after him.
How long does that last?
About an hour.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
And then basically, it's a race against time because we find out that he's got these girls kidnapped. Maybe he writes a letter to the police telling them, and, one of those sort of Zodiac-style letters.
Why would he do that?
Showing off, getting cocky.
Oh, God, that's typical of Ivor Smallfavour.
Yeah, they're calling him what's a cool serial killer name for him?
The Throbber. Just call him the Throbber.
Yeah, he calls himself that in his note. You see, he's got a love art on it and stuff. Maybe it can rhyme like in Valentine, So we know that it's a race against time to keep these women alive. The audience love a ticking clock, don't they?
Is it because Valentine's is the day he has to perform this surgery?
He tells them, yeah,
because
he's happening on Valentine's Day.
He's got a day off.
Yeah,
best time to do it.
I'll have a wife by Valentine's Day.
Because he's never had a Valentine's Day without his wife.
Yes.
Even when he was a kid.
And we end up finding out it's Charlie Sheen because one of the girls who survives an attack and escapes and comes and sees us and tells us about it.
Mm-hmm.
She took a picture and we see the second navel.
So what we know that he's got two belly buttons, but we don't know it's Charlie Sheen.
Someone knows he's got two belly buttons, and that someone is Clint Howard. He's peeped him in the shower.
He's up to all kinds, isn't he?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
We've narrowed it down to two. Like in Silence of the Lambs, they narrow it down to two suspects.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Do we do that as well? We're in the wrong house. Do we do that?
Well, the FBI agents do that.
Idiots.
Estevez and Estevez. So we go to Charlie Sheen's house. Maybe you should have a butler like Herman from.
I think he can. He can have, yeah.
How am I supposed to paint with you bursting in here, Herman?
Who's playing the butler?
Yeah, I was just about to say who's the butler. David Boreanaz.
Oh yeah, little cheeky. Yeah, we'll have him.
Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, he answers the door. His nose is bleeding.
Can we please see Dr. Smallfavour? Well, there'd be Mr. if he's a surgeon.
So we go in, he comes in and we speak to him on the sofa, and then you ask, I need to go to the toilet. And he says, oh yeah, follow my butler. He'll show you the way. As he's showing you out, I'm still sitting there with Charlie, with Ivor. And as he's showing you the way to the toilet, you give him a quick karate chop, knock him out.
Are we out of the room yet? Or do you see all this?
You are out the room, yeah.
Okay,
And you
right.
start having to...
That's all right then. I was going to say I might have jumped the gun, and as soon as he stood up, I just karate chopped him to the ground. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry.
Soon, Ken.
Sorry.
Yeah, and you have a little look around while I'm distracting him. You know, we're talking about... I just noticed that he's got unusual tan lines on his legs.
You're a detective, aren't you? You know, it's the sort of thing you do notice.
That's unusual tan lines. How's that happened? And he says, I was sunbathing behind my garden fence.
He's not very good at sunbathing, is he?
That's what roused my suspicion.
Yeah.
Surgeons are much better at sunbathing than that. It's a well-known fact.
It is indeed.
You find your way down to the basement. You see what's going on. You call the captain, old Carl Weathers,
on the phone.
No, you got one of those Viking horns. You got a seashell. And then he sets off at a pace to come and help you. And as you've done that, you turn round and the butler's there again and hits you in the head and knocks you out.
Oh, bloody hell. I thought my karate chops were perfect, but no.
And then the butler comes, knocks me out as well.
He's a stealthy bastard, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done all the heavy lifting here. And he says, "Oh, thank you, Adam." So he calls the butler's called Adam. So maybe this is David Boreanaz from Valentine. We wake up and we're in two separate cells, and we see that we're down in the the basement. And you say you're never going to get away with this, either. And he says, "I already have."
Oh, damn it! I'm too late.
And then the lights come on, and we get like Frankenwoman turning up.
Okay. Who we got for
her? Beth Phoenix.
Oh.
She reanimates, and then similar to Frankenstein, she'll see a reflection in the mirror and just not like that at all. And
do some wrestling poses.
Go absolutely mental at that, and she kills Adam the butler.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Just rips his head off.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Charlie Sheen's trying to stop her from, attacking, but she kills him as well.
How does she do that? With a harpoon?
She rips his arms off and beats him with them.
One at a time?
Yeah, windmill. Until he's just, paste on the floor. That's all going to be practical effect as well.
He's paste?
Yeah.
How long's that happening for, then? That's another hour.
Yeah, it's about a 3-hour film.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
It's so she rips the cell door off yours and drags you out.
I don't mind being dragged out by Beth Phoenix.
And lifts you over her head, and she's going to backbreak you, and kill you.
Good.
Good.
It'd be an honour.
And she slips on Charlie Sheen's paste, if you pardon the imagery.
Many have done it.
On his tiger blood. And you land on top of her. You can manage to squirm away. You're sort of running around the table trying to get away from her, and she's just knocking shit out the way trying to get to you.
Hang on, did you just say I land on top of her and then you said squirm very, very soon after?
Yeah, you squirm away from her.
Oh, that's nice.
She's advancing on you, and a bowling ball comes down, trips her up as she's about to grab you. And that's me, because I've got the keys from Charlie Sheen's pockets, his corpse. But she overpowers us anyway. Lifts us both up.
A waste of fucking time then, wasn't it?
Well, I saved you momentarily.
Save me from Beth Phoenix. I'm fine.
Hit her over the back with something, maybe Charlie Sheen's leg or something with his fucking Roman heel still on.
Nice.
But she grabs us both by the collars, lifts us up, and then gunshots hit Beth Phoenix.
Oh, so you mean we're both shot dead?
No. She falls to the ground. Carl Weathers has turned up.
Can it be a shotgun?
Yes.
Fantastic. Just like Action Jackson. He's got no shirt on anymore either.
Yeah. Or maybe it is a shirt.
What, of a muscular body?
Yeah.
Got a pattern on it.
Yeah, so shoots her, she goes flying backwards, and he saves us, basically. Obviously, the Estevezes turn up as well, behind him.
Idiots.
They're still on their rollerblades, so they go flying down the stairs.
So they've been on them since that chase?
Yeah, they've
So
been
when
on
they
them
went to
since-
the wrong house, they still had their rollerblades on as well.
Yeah, you see a brief glimpse of them going to the wrong house.
Oh, it's not down a hill.
You see Emilio on the walkie-talkie. He's like, Chief, we've searched this house and there's no sign of whatever. And in the background, you see Joe holding onto the sides, trying to not fall over.
Typical Joe Estevez.
He says, well done, guys. Looks like another case closed. And he goes, here's your guns back, gives us our guns. And then the Beth Phoenix monster comes out screaming, and we all turn around, shoot her in unison. Joe Estevez falls over when he uses his shotgun, and the power of the shotgun just
the recoil just knocks him over.
Ends up knocking Emilio out with the shotgun to the face.
Do the three of us all just laugh at this?
Yeah, we just step over them, laughing up the stairs.
Can I have Carl Weathers patting us both on the back as we go up the stairs?
He pats us on the ass.
Yeah. And then he turns round to face the camera, freeze frame of him making eye contact, and a little smirk on his face, and Love Hurts comes back on.
Has he got the shotgun on his shoulder, like...
Not if he's got both of his hands on our asses. No, it's not just balanced on his shoulder, is it?
Maybe we all turn with the big thumbs up. They're looking at the camera.
Thumbs up where?
No. just...
Bloody hell, Carl. Yeah, okay. But we need the Love Hurts and a freeze frame at the end.
Yeah, it's me, you, Carl, big thumbs up, like winking at the camera. Credits roll and Love Hurts plays.
Okay. I think that's it. I think that's pretty much exactly what I said at the beginning. I don't think you can take any credit for that one. I think that's all mine. So another pitch by me there.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Just add that to my list. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't go for the straight sequel, but that was your decision.
Well, actually, yeah, you know what? Let's just do the sequel.
All right, okay, so
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Love hurts. You know what else hurts? Ending this podcast.
It does, but probably not as much as it hurts to listen to it.
Is that true? Email us in badmoviecult@gmail.com.
Oh, imagine that's our actual first communication is just like, yes, please stop. It's good to get some interaction.
That was one of our first reviews of the podcast, so...
Yeah, that was my mum.
Yeah, I remember. Thank you, Mrs. Wilde.
She doesn't listen anymore.
Thank you, Ken, for being here and being part of this.
Well, thank you. What a great film. We actually, I don't know, forget it.
well, Ken kind of thought something was good. We don't know what, but what did you think of this week's episode? What did you think to this week's film, Valentine? Is it better than you remember? That's certainly what me and Ken thought. But last time we saw this was when it came out, and probably think of it more favourably than then. I certainly do. I don't know about you, Ken.
I think it is generally the consensus of this film is that it was received poorly at the time, but the longer it goes, I think it's Jamie Blanks is the director. He's actually been on Twitter as well, because I follow Jamie Blanks, and he said that it does seem to have improved with age, the reaction he gets to the film. And it was a lot, I think it was a lot different to how he wanted it, with the studio getting involved and not wanting graphic murders and being off screen, and it was watered down a lot from how it was originally intended. But yeah, he seems to say, he said it was kind of like just ignored or ridiculed when it first came out, but as time's gone on, it's stood the test of time.
Speaking of horror films, would you like to see us cover more horror films? Would you like to see us cover more action or sci-fi? Let us know. Email address badmoviecult@gmail.com.
We've done a few kids films, actually. We've done a few kids films. If you want us to cover more of those, just shut up, because I don't want to. They're awful.
Excellent. Thanks, Ken. Thanks for adding that.
You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd. If you want to discuss this week's episode with other cult members, you can. You just need to search for the Bad Movie Cult Discussion Group on Facebook. All links will be available in the show notes. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can by simply leaving an Apple Podcast rating or review. It's a massive help, gets us found by new listeners. You can also now rate us on Spotify. Just leave a rating on the main page of the podcast. It'll be a big help for us as well. You can find all previous episodes as well as written reviews of films not covered on the podcast on our website, www.badmoviecult.com. We had one uploaded recently. Which one was that, Ken?
Imprisoned, a.k.a. Night Walk.
Who's in that one?
Oliver Stone's son is the main lead. He's not very good, which is why he's never done that before. Then you've got Patrick Kilpatrick. You've got Louis Mandylor for about 2 minutes. You've got Mickey Rourke for about 6 minutes. And I think that's...
Any good?
No.
Excellent. If that sounds up your alley, check that out on our website.
It says when I upload it, it says it takes 10 minutes to read. Now, if you look at that versus 1 hour 37 to watch, I think the odds are in my favour there. Come on, give us a read.
He's doing you a favour.
Give us a read. I'm saving you an hour and a half.
Our lives are short, and Ken's watching these films, so you don't have to.
That's massively true. Don't bother watching it.
Join us again in 2 weeks' time, where we'll be back with another movie review, deep dive, and film pitch right here on the Bad Movie Cult podcast.
Goodbye.
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the Bad Movie Cult.
I'm Denise Richards. I'm 7 foot and I'm having a piss.